Throughout my life, I had never been much of an idol fan. This subsection of the entertainment industry seemed and still does seem alien to me. And although I see why some may enjoy the content, I myself just cannot derive any enjoyment out of the medium. Now, that is not to say that idol groups or idol fans are inherently bad, far from it, but this is just my opinion. I don't enjoy this particular medium. And this has largely carried over to my anime and manga tastes. I do not enjoy most idol animes. I do not enjoy most idol mangas. Of course, there are always exceptions, but speaking in the most general of senses, this has remained true. So, why is it that Oshi no Ko, an idol manga, is one of my favorite mangas of all time? It's a contradiction, isn't it? I don't particularly enjoy these idol properties, so why should I enjoy this one? It is strange, and I couldn't really explain it. And then the answer came to me one day. Oshi no Ko isn't a manga about idols. Well, it's a manga about being human.
The suicide of Japanese actor Yuko Takeuchi.
Fujiki had left a suicide note. He said he had no confidence.
Latest numbers from the CDC yesterday, and suicide is now one of the top 10 leading causes of death in the country.
Today, that it's increasingly difficult to be alive.
Oshi no Ko has perhaps one of the wildest premises I've ever seen in any manga, period. Here is the actual synopsis from my anime list. 16-year-old Ai Hoshino is a talented and beautiful idol who is adored by her fans. She is the personification of a pure young maiden, but all that glitters is not gold. Goro Honda, and I probably butchered that, is a countryside gynecologist and a big fan of Ai. So when the pregnant idol shows up at his hospital, he is beyond bewildered. Goro promises her a safe delivery, but little does he know, an encounter with a mysterious figure would result in his untimely death. Or so he thought. Opening his eyes in the lap of his beloved idol, Goro finds that he has been reborn as Aquamarine Hoshino, Ai's newborn son. With his world turned upside down, Goro soon learns that the world of showbiz is paved with thorns, where talent does not always beget success. Will he manage to protect Ai's smile that he loves so much with the help of an eccentric, unexpected ally? So yeah, bit wild. But underlying this wild and outlandish concept of a story is a narrative that is rooted in the human condition. And this is explored through the two main characters of the manga, Aqua and Ruby. And today, at least for this video, we will focus on the story of Aqua because his story is the one that resonated with me the most. And on a serious note, here's a quick warning. This video will discuss themes of suicide and cyber harassment. If these things are at all triggering to you, then please click off the video. As another note, this video contains heavy spoilers for Oshi no Ko. Spoilers ahead. What does society value in a celebrity? What is the barrier between critique and hate? When the world has its hatred placed solely on you, would it be easier to just let go? Hana Kimura was a Japanese professional wrestler. Muscular in stature and fierce in the ring, you could say that she was far from the Japanese ideal of a traditional woman. Despite all that was against her, she earned her fame in the World Wonder Ring stardom, and was a prominent Japanese celebrity. That was until her tragic death by suicide. Kimura was one of the 6 stars on a Netflix reality TV show called Terrace House, a show in which 6 strangers all lived together under one roof. After an aired altercation with a male cast member, Kimura received barrages of hate messages and death threats, which eventually led to her own suicide at the young age of 22. This tragedy, unfortunately, hasn't been a one-time occurrence in Japanese media. Suicide of media personalities of this nature have been repeated again and again over the many decades. So, why? Why do I bring up this tragic event? How does this relate to the manga Oshi no Ko, an idol about mangas and actors? Well, it's this volatile side of the entertainment industry, one that preys and takes the lives of their vulnerable workers, that Oshi no Ko explores in great detail. Specifically, in the dating reality show arc. The arc explores Aqua and his experiences on a reality dating show called My Love with a Star. Among others, we are introduced to one of the most important characters in the manga, Akane Kurokawa. And Akane's story in this reality dating show arc matches scarily to the real tragic events of Hana Kimura, wherein an altercation with a fellow cast member leads her to be bullied, harassed, and leads her to almost commit suicide. The parallels between Hana Kimura and Akane Kurokawa are plentiful. Both star in a reality TV show, both have an altercation with a cast member, both receive mountains of hate, and both attempt suicide. The only difference is that while Akane's attempt at suicide was prevented, Hana's was tragically successful. So, what is Oshi no Ko exploring about the entertainment industry? What message is it trying to get across? Well, I believe that this manga explores one particular aspect of this side of the entertainment industry. The manga explores how this specific type of media creates incredible vulnerabilities in the attacked celebrities, and how this can lead to such tragedy as Hana Kimura. In chapter 26, 2 characters, Ruby and Kana, discuss the vulnerabilities of celebrities in certain types of media. Quote, "Your life is laid bare for all to see in these reality shows. The criticism is not directed towards the show, but to yourself. And that can be a tough pill to swallow." And this gets to the core of many of the cyber harassment situations that have plagued the recent times. Much of this harassment in these situations is not an attack against any of your works or products. They are an attack against you. They are an attack against your character. They are an attack where you as an individual are the targets. And this attack against the individual is amplified in media where one's true self and personality are shown as the main entertainment. Through the manga, this is shown through the advent of the reality TV show. This type of entertainment relies on an air of authenticity, where the actors do not portray characters but rather portray themselves as they are. This, as seen in the manga and in the case of Hana Kimura, can lead to personal attacks, leading to an incredible loss of self-esteem in an actor, or worse, much worse. And through all this, I cannot help but relate this to the industry of streaming. Streaming is unique in that keeping up a character when streaming is near impossible, as the streams require an incredible amount of time to be invested, and nobody can put on a character for that long. Not that there aren't exceptions, but mainly this has remained true. Most streamers use their actual personality when streaming, and this leads to attacks and hate on any one streamer to be, most of the time, aimed towards their personality and personal lives, which has had devastating consequences. And the most immediate example that comes to mind is a streamer named Etika. Etika was a streamer and YouTuber and one of my heroes growing up, and he was claimed by this harassment, taking his own life. The topics that Oshi discusses are real and have far-reaching consequences. So what does Oshi say about all this? Obviously, it displays this harassment in a squarely negative light. But the manga says a lot more than just cyberbullying is bad. Notice how in the manga there is no one singular person or individual that carries out these hate comments. It's not a physical character that is given shape and then condemned by the manga. If this were the case, the message would have simply been that this type of harassment was a one-off occurrence by this specific individual. No, rather, the manga goes to great length to solidify the fact that it is a huge collective that is mobilizing to harass Akane. It is an amorphous blob of internet users, all under the mob mentality to attack Akane due to their feelings of self-righteousness. What Oshinoko condemns in the manga is not a particular individual, but rather the culture that we ourselves are surrounded in. A culture of hate mobs and bullying. This right here is the heart of Oshinoko's message. It is a critique on the culture that we surround ourselves in. It is a condemnation of bullying and harassment. It's a righteous message, and it is well needed, because we all know right now that something needs to change. Hey guys, it's Zach. Thank you so much for watching and making it to the end of the video. I very much appreciate it. I gotta say, thank you so much for the support on the last Deltarune video. Seriously, that was insane. It's my highest, well, best, I don't even know the word, best performing video currently. It's absolutely insane, and the video taught me a lot. It is probably one of my better videos, and I got a lot of good messages from all of you. I also got some criticisms and critique, and I gotta say, I very much appreciate the criticism. As long as you keep the criticism civil, I probably will take it into account. For example, last time people said that I was too emotionless and that my mic was too close to my face, so I tried something new. The mic's farther away from my face now, and I tried more emotion in my voice. Hopefully that bodes well, but if it doesn't work out, just please tell me. Honestly, I'm just so happy to make these. It's really a passion for me. I know I say that a lot, but anyways. That'll be it. Thank you guys so much. I guess, yeah. Have an awesome day. I'll see you guys when I see you. Alright, take care.